47 ways to make you mine.
Hello, hello. Welcome back to Mumbai, and today we're going to take care of the Me Time challenge. You don't need to bring anything with you for this one, although I have got my sniping rifle stashed up, because we are going to take out the Maelstrom and Darwood Rangan with the sniping rifle. And we're going to take out the Maelstrom first. So we're going to shoot this extending ladder on the wall over by the train yard. We're going to climb up it. And then we're going to scale the side of this building like Altair. Or Ezio, if you prefer. All the way up to the roof. Up here we have a flagpole. The easiest way to get the flag up the pole is to shoot the switch, just like that. So we're going to make our way back down, and what we've done there is essentially we've called the Maelstrom to a clandestine meeting with his own wife, I believe she is. And they're going to sit and have a small little conversation and a glass of wine out on the veranda there. And that will give us the opportunity to, well, identify him, essentially. I was just considering the idea of maybe I could shoot him from back here somewhere. If I can get far enough back and still have a line of sight.
47. Someone's coming up the
But what we want to do
stairs.
essentially now is identify the Maelstrom. So I'm going to hang around this area until he has his little conversation with his wife out on the balcony. And we get actual confirmation that he is the Maelstrom, even though we know he is the Maelstrom. We are certain he is the Maelstrom. Either that, or his wife is being is a harlot. I can't remember what the word is. But we should be getting confirmation any second now.
47. That's the Maelstrom. You found him.
Right, so now with that taken care of, they're going to continue on with their little conversation for a little while yet, which gives us time to go and get ourselves set up and ready for the kill itself. Now I was considering going up into the little sort of lookout tower above the crow's hideout, and then I decided against it, and I backtrack all the way back to the other boathouse by the docks here, because there's some tall grass and a building, and essentially it's much harder to be spotted from here, and I don't have to be up close because this is a long distance weapon. So we're now all ready, we've plugged up in the corner, we've retrieved our sniping rifle. We're just waiting for the guest of honor to arrive. Like I said, this does take a little while. As you can see, we are running here at ludicrous speed, and it is still taking a little while for him to even finish his conversation up there. But he should be on his way now, making a move, and he's going to come down the stairs. Don't worry about the enforcers that are with him. I think they stop on the stairs somewhere, and he heads off on his own. So here he comes now. He's going to come around the back of the other boathouse that we was approaching. He's going to go in the door, but we're not going to let him get that far. Right between the shoulder blades.
The infamous Maelstrom is dead. Very well done, 47. No rest for the wicked, however. On to the next one.
Right, so now we're going to go and take care of the Me Time challenge. Now for this one, we need to kill Miss Shah while she's in a meditation pool. And we need to do it by tampering with or jimmying the heated pipes or the hot water in some way to cause an explosion. A gas or water explosion or heated water, vapor. So we're making our way over to the train yard. We're going to climb up on the red container so we can get over this fence. Alternatively, you can go round to the right and go through the container over there. You will have to lockpick it, and you might, I can't remember if you are actually in view of anyone. You will be in view of this guard on the way out, so I find it's easier to go over than through. We're going to take this guy's outfit, even though it doesn't really help us very much at all. And we're going to climb up the drain pipe. Now up here we're going to find 2 guards patrolling and 1 guard guarding a valve. And we need to get to that valve basically. And to do that we're going to have to go through a few people. But I don't think that will be a problem. So the 2 patrolling guards are just passing the valve area where the guard who's guarding the valve is stood guarding the valve. Right up until I put a hole in his head. Then suddenly I can't aim. But we're going to take out all of these guys. Although I think I may have missed one of them. But that's alright because he kept missing me too. So we're going to slide our way back down the drain pipe and we're going to hide until all the chaos has finished ensuing. And just like that, for magic, everybody's gone. Everybody's stopped panicking. So we're going to make our way back up to the drain pipe and we're going to go and tamper with the valve that the guard who was guarding the valve is no longer guarding the valve. Oh, that's what I thought. And I thought I did miss someone. You know, it took about 3 bullets to kill each of them and I thought one of them wasn't quite dead. Never mind. Can always come back and finish the job. So now we're on from the roof. We're going to go to the water tower and we're going to mess with the valve just like we said we were going to mess with the valve. Then we're going to come over to this little shed a little bit further back here. We're going to lockpick the door and in here we will find a wrench along with a few other things. I think there's like a hammer and some poison. There's a few bits in there. And we're going to come back the way we came to the water tower area, and then just here there's a gap in the fence and a pipe leading right down to where we need to be. It's quite literally right where we need to be at the bottom of this pipe. So you'll just see here, this is where we're going to be tampering with the pressure system. But first we need to wait for Vanish Shah to get into the pool, because once we mess with the pressure it's a time bomb essentially and we've set the timer. So if she isn't there when it goes off, it's tough luck for you basically. So we're going to wait for her to enter into the pool area and then we're going to mess with the pressure valve. So here she comes now. She's just getting into her pool, a meditation pool I think it is. And while she's in there, we're going to turn up the pressure and run like buggery.
Really heat up.
But only so far, because we do like to watch. So we're going to plug myself up just over here. And we're going to wait for the fireworks to explode and kick off. And it's not a very big explosion, but it's big enough.
Confirmed kill on Vanya Shah. Excellent work, 47.
So there you go, that gets you the me time challenge. And obviously if you wanted to at this point you can just quit the level and go on to your next challenges, or like me you can go on and do another challenge while you're completing the level. I like to get 1 challenge per target usually, whenever possible. So we're just left with Darwood Rangin, and we're going to once again retrieve our sniping rifle, and this time we are going to go up to the lookout tower above the crow's hideout. I'm so resisting the urge to call it a crow's nest, although that technically is what it is. It is a lookout tower officially, But once you're in there with a sniping rifle, it becomes a crow's nest. So we're going to lockpick the door once we're up to the crow's hideout. And the two guards at the top of these stairs here aren't going to do very well against me. We're going to select our silenced pistol. And there's one, there's the other. And pop, and pop, pop. That's them down. We're going to make our way up to the lookout tower, and then at the bottom of the ladder here we're going to retrieve our sniping rifle for the second time. We're going to ascend the ladder, and once again it's just a matter of waiting. All we've got to do now is wait for Dawood Rangan to get into position. He's just up there now. He should be moving into position quite soon. He doesn't have a very large cycle as such, so he should be making his way up to interrogate some prisoner or shopkeeper. Someone has obviously got on the wrong side of him and he's threatening to throw this guy off the building. Whether he actually throws him or not, I don't know, because I'm not close enough. It seems to be a proximity triggered thing. From this distance, all he does is walk up to him, stand there for a second, and then walk away again.
Killed. Mission completed. Time to find an
But that's
exit.
more than enough time for me to send my little friend hurtling the distance between me and him and put an extra orifice in his head. So there you go, that's the me time challenge completed. A couple of extra little kills in there as well. We're going to make our way towards the exit. I've never took this exit before, so we'll take this one. And I have been Anubis, and once again I will see you all in the next video.